Ben seni kaptan yapanım bu limana. Hop! Allah sesin düştü. Eyvah 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 eyvah.
Now we will watch a compilation of insane moments with water transport. This is Eternity Lab, a laboratory of eternally relevant content. Eternity Lab. How can such a large ship just tip over on its side? If you find it funny to hear that large objects attract small ones, watch until the end and try to explain this footage some other way. When speed and vessel are great, they can tear through an obstacle like a piece of cake. Apparently, the large ship's steering failed, as it probably didn't intentionally want to crush the yachts at the pier like bugs. A blood-chilling video of a container ship crashing into port cranes. I will say right away, this did not cost the crew their lives. When you hear such a signal, no, it will not end well. The collision of two giants could not be prevented, so all they could do was loudly say, "Sorry."
Sesçiler gidiyor. Lan hop! Ben seni kaptan yapanım bu limana. Hop! Allah sesin düştü. Eyvah 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 eyvah.
During the collapse of the cranes in the port, there were no casualties, but there were plenty of people who got very worried. These two vessels collided during the day in good weather. We observed their tight embrace sailing past. There was enough space on the smooth surface of the canal to pass peacefully, but for some reason that did not happen. It is difficult to express the emotions you feel after avoiding a head-on collision at high speed. Just half a centimeter and it all passed, but the impressions are unforgettable. There are crazy people everywhere. For some reason, some cannot calmly pass each other even on water. These racers turned out to be the culprits of an incident that could have cost many participants their lives. I will say right away, the author of the video and her family were not harmed. It is useless to scream if a huge hulk of a rusty ghost ship is relentlessly bearing down on you. Do not worry, the witnesses of the wreck remained unharmed. They just wanted to see how the collision of the vessels would end. A tourist vessel collided with a loaded barge. Well, they have different goals in this water space. And now we will find ourselves in the very thick of exciting events. The ferry captain dozed off and crashed into a rock. The impact was not crushing, but quite noticeable. The water makes them attract each other, but pulling the vessels apart will not be so easy. When someone crashes into a tanker, there is absolutely no room for irony here. Fortunately, the crews of both ships remained unharmed. Another giant takes the fortress by ramming due to control failure. This situation is called "they kissed" among car enthusiasts, but here, tete-a-tete, two large decks met. When you try to save a sinking vessel with a tow line, there is a danger that the inertia of the rocking will sink it faster. If you love thrills, nevertheless, do not try to repeat this stupid maneuver under the sharp bow of a large ship. The sharp movements are caused by necessity when you are literally being shoved in the side, but I personally have never seen such massive vessels spin around so swiftly. There was no accompanying note for this footage. We do not know if the vessel's steering failed, but it clearly warned that the mooring would be rough, right up to the characteristic sound. The loading went as poorly as possible, and the only consolation was that no one was hurt. Someone did not wait for the bridge to be fully open and continued on their way with a broken mast.
Holy shit. Oh my god! Oh, that was like an inch.
In this race, the bridge could have won too. It only managed to bite off a small piece, but clearly counted on a spectacular crack.
Holy
Who knows, maybe these very details distract the captain while moving. Otherwise, how to explain someone rushing under a bridge, not knowing if they will fit? This is the favorite joke of bridges over boats. They just wait for someone not to duck in time or get stuck under them. For those with reggae in their headphones, even a hit against a bridge is nothing. If you think anyone can steer a yacht, look, someone is doing it terribly. Some do not care if it is exiting a parking lot or mooring. They drive any transport equally poorly. You cannot brake on water. An incorrect trajectory cannot be instantly corrected. Later, he will say that black smoke blinded him. After this, you can say you do not believe in fate. Alright, let this be called centimeters of luck.
Ne yapıyor ya? Ne yapacağız? Çarpıyor. Çarptı.
Judging by the height ratio, someone will have big problems with their superiors, and someone will have huge repair costs. It is terrifying to see someone's tall bow rushing at you. Sometimes a ship and a pier do not want to part. Here, you can see that there are large yachts and there are small ones, but for some reason, their drivers cannot separate their ships without scratches. Their manipulations seem meaningless, but we see they are trying very hard. If anyone has thoughts, please comment. If you pull too tight, there will be dents. Let's see now.
What in the fucking world is this? Holy shit.
This citizen has a boat but no car, so he is essentially transporting the vessel on himself, causing bewilderment on the road.
Just trying to get over. Holy shit.
What begins quite peacefully turns into an absurd and dangerous pirouette.
Reverse.
Did you think a boat stops immediately? It turns out you need to engage reverse in advance on water.
Oh my god!
And now, let's see how someone with zero experience tries to park a yacht. Someone's romantic adventure was interrupted in the most sobering way. A stone island appeared in their path.
Oh my god!
They thought a car floats no worse than a boat. Now they are convinced that a boat floats better. On land, you could use animal-drawn transport, but in water, you have to rely only on yourself. Something tells me this fishing adventure will be very short. Racing is not the best idea on water. There are no shoulders, but there are road signs. If you accelerate well and ignore the buoys, you can not just run aground, but briskly fly onto the shallows. Probably someone did not study the tides in their harbor well. Not the most suitable moment for such a flipping trick. Everyone knows that saving drowning people is their own problem, because there is no room in the rubber boat anyway. Those sitting there are the ones who cannot steer a yacht. Someone's motor decided to go for a swim on its own. Why did the boat decide to tip over on its side at the last moment? Did someone poorly study physics? Or is it just a capricious vessel? Why did they need to transport an asphalt roller on a boat? It is incomprehensible to the mind, but they definitely did not account for the rocking. Some also confuse forward and reverse, like pedals in a car. When this flying boat suffered a dizzying crash, there was no one in it. A boat can turn on water, but not on a highway where it was forgotten. Launching into the water does not go smoothly. It feels like the boat does not want to swim today. Not the best idea to set off downstream in an inflatable boat during a flood. Luckily, they did not drown.
Already popped every single balloon on the bow of the boat just right into the water.
Fish cannot protest loudly. Why did these comrades not find a more ecological solution than popping and throwing balloons into the water? When he figures out to turn off the engine, we will see what happened.
Когда на флоте почти 20 лет работаешь, тебя мало что может удивить, но тут, что это вообще было?
Even an experienced sailor could not figure out the reason for this incident. Why is he rushing at full speed towards the side to crash into it?
We're here with this Lamborghini boat. We're about to refloat it.
We have the opportunity to observe how someone's Lamborghini sinks. Yes, this time it is a boat worth several £100,000. The airbags deployed, but the essence remains unchanged. Half the hull is already underwater.
And yeah, it's a Lamborghini boat.
A tow line and waves are a bad idea. The shuttle is tossed like cardboard in the wind, and a short leash only adds danger to its jumps. Which video seemed the most interesting to you, or perhaps became your story of the day? Write to us about it in the comments. This is the Eternity Lab channel, a laboratory of eternally relevant content. Thank you for watching this video. Also, watch our previous episodes.